Hi friends, we are here today to discuss how will new building designs evolve to encompass new social distancing norms, hygiene and sanitization norms. As designers, we sculpt spaces and buildings. In turn, our interaction with them shapes us. I would like to start with a positive note of hope that the current pandemic will miraculously disappear very soon. Pandemics of such severity generally hit once in a lifetime. Yet we need to be prepared and embrace a new toolkit of options that are more flexible, holistic, and responsive. There are two different realms of the built environment: the public, where we work, and the private, where we live. This pandemic has changed the way we live, have social gatherings, and public meetings. So, environmental health researchers and sustainable building design experts have flagged concerns over executing social distancing in cramped urban cities. We know that creating vertical slums is never the solution to the already stressed out healthcare system. Architecture often embodies the future. Designing a building, a public space, or a bench is about envisioning how a future user will relate to the building, public space, or bench. Solutions. As part of design development, creating inclusive solutions to serve the needs of the local population by involving the local community and stakeholders in the development of that building, public space, or bench will not only be a plus in a rating system but an inevitable starting point. Designing for human behavior is more important than ever. That's why the architects now and in the future will have to interact more and more with sociologists, behavioral designers, philosophers to generate a significant and positive impact on people's lives. We need to follow certain measures such as flow of human traffic, work on the density of population, and now in new cities, structures should have maximum number of 5 floors, which will encourage people to use the staircase, which will boost health benefits. Adopting passive architecture and embracing healthy building movement is an approach to improve health and maintain the balance of adopting design strategies like increased natural light, improved cross ventilation, fewer toxic substances, and the incorporation of plants and other natural materials. Skylights, large windows, rooftop terraces, balconies and courtyards, all this to encourage spaces outdoors. Spaces for exercises and meditation could become a part of daily routines in the house and in the office. Materials. Materials will play a major role in our future designs. Such materials such as antimicrobial polymer surfaces, copper alloy surfaces which naturally kill germs and viruses, and flexible spatial designs to accommodate the social distancing norms. Technology. As architects, we need to integrate design technologies to mitigate the risk of contagion. This will be very important and will be significant in our coming future, be it in terms of designing buildings, cities, hygiene and sanitization, etc. The future of technology will reduce human touch on surfaces prone to microbial infections. Building designs will incorporate auto fumigation, sensors for entrances and exits, UV light, tunnels, or sanitization booths. Now, on hygiene and sanitization norms, besides those prescribed by the government body, designers and MEP consultants will need to increase the ventilation for fresh air, have better lighting and heating, as these are all interrelated. For all public space environment, sanitation is most important for the well-being of people. Before thinking about new cities, the focus should be on preventing new diseases from emerging in the first place. So, when envisioning a pandemic resilient city, the changes will be quite practical, like invisible pop ups for hand washing stations, tracking devices built into our sewers, so on and so forth. We should consider, as we have in the past, replicating natural metrics and patterns that guide the evolution of the urban context, as nature builds everything with simple, distributed, flexible paths. The pandemic may question many of the fundamental principles of design and the way we live. But as I started with hope, I end with hope that the pandemic's effects will be temporary and not as transformational. If anything, our practice will get refined and the human community will adapt as they always do for a better future.